I am a huge productivity nerd to the point where I'm kind of annoying about it. I'm constantly thinking about what I could be doing better with my time to help me make more progress. So if you are somebody like that, thanks for clicking on this video and I hope you enjoy it. What's up everyone? If you're new here, my name is Ashton and I'm a filmmaker in the Austin area. And today I wanted to share with you guys 5 tips to help boost your productivity and help you make more progress. These 5 tips have been extremely beneficial on my own journey and I felt like it was just only right to share it with you in hopes that it could provide you value as well. And by the way, not sure if I've mentioned this, but I painted an accent wall in my studio, which I'm super excited about. It looks so good. We just hung up these frames and it's still in progress. So we have another thing coming and we're waiting to be shipped in the mail. So anyways, I'll go over that in another video, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, back to the point. Here's the first piece of advice that I have for you. Number 1, keep your notes handy for ideas. For example, keep your phone within reaching distance when you're taking a shower. Why? Because you have the best ideas in the shower. So why not take advantage of having your phone right next to you so that you can jot those ideas down? It's a lot more effective this way. Because I have the best ideas in the shower, I realize that you have to get ideas down on paper or phone as soon as possible because the idea will flee away from you. If you don't get it down on paper or on your phone, you will lose the idea. And that idea could be something that is like life-changing. Every life-changing thing starts with an idea. And this is the first step to creating any sort of content. Write your idea down. Number 2, save the things that you enjoy for after work. If you're someone who enjoys listening to music while you're working, do not listen to music that you thoroughly enjoy. Don't even put a playlist on that you thoroughly enjoy because chances are that you'll hear a song, you'll want to save it, and for that split second of you going to your phone, acknowledging this song and saving it, ultimately you are distracting yourself of what you are supposed to be focusing on in that moment. That little second that it takes for you to go and do that and pick your phone up and save the song can seriously hurt your progress for that day. It can take you out of the mental focus that you need to be doing whatever it is that you are already doing. And just because of that, you're opening up the possibility of more distraction. I like to think of thoughts as sort of like webs. When you open Instagram, you're allowing so many webs to form because there's just distractions everywhere. The more you can prevent the possibility of these new webs forming and spreading, the higher the chances that you have the energy and focus that you need to accomplish your one thing for the day. Which leads me to my next point. Tip number 3, focus on your one thing for the day. Then allocate the rest of your time to the subtasks. Majority of the time, we tend to put our attention towards things that do not actually produce meaningful results. Why does this happen? Because we're not asking ourselves the right questions. It's extremely important to understand what needs to get done versus what should get done. So prioritize the things that you need to get done and save the things that you should get done for later. To help me stay on track with this concept, I like to end my evening journal sesh with this question. What is your one thing for tomorrow? That way I wake up the next day with the utmost clarity and I know exactly what needs to get done for the day. And this idea came from a book called The One Thing by Gary Keller. Shocker, right? I actually keep a quote from this book up on my calendar over here. I'm not sure if you can see it. No, you can't. But I have a calendar over here and I like to keep a quote up there from the book The One Thing. And it says, until my one thing is done, everything else is a distraction. And I find that just hearing that and reminding myself of that each day helps me stay on track because typically there's only one thing that I need to actually accomplish in a day. Everything else is just kind of like subtasks. Moving on to the next point. Tip number 4, reflect on a consistent basis. Start asking yourself at the end of each week, how was my progress? How did I do? If it was great, then go celebrate. It's all about building momentum and most importantly, having fun. You should be having fun with what you're doing. If you didn't meet your expectations, first of all, don't be too hard on yourself. Us as humans, we just naturally tend to fuck up sometimes and it's kind of just in our nature. Instead, dive into it and just ask yourself, where might I have slipped? what day wasn't my best day? What did I do wrong on that day? Could it have been prevented? 9 times out of 10, this answer is yes. Over time, you'll become more aware with how certain decisions, like picking up Instagram for just 5 minutes, ends up hurting you and really hurts your progress for the entire week. We all know that a few minutes turns into 10, 10 turns into 20, 20 turns into 30, and so on and so forth. But getting in the habit of constantly reflecting can give you the initiative in the next week to stay on track and accomplish your goals. Which leads me to my last point. Write down your goals. I get it. We've all heard this forever since we were like in elementary school, but I think it's worth bringing up again. I'll lay out my personal experience and just explain why. When I say to write down your goals, I'm not telling you to write down a huge list of, goals or ideas that are just vague and unrealistic, because this is what I used to do. I'd write down that I'd want to be more fit or more in shape, or I'd want to make more money this year, which, those aren't bad goals, but they're not detailed enough. When it's not properly detailed, it's hard for you to find the motive to fulfill those hopes and dreams that you're setting for yourself. You need concrete details to stay on track. You need to lay it all out on the floor and be specific. For example, instead of writing down, I want to be more fit, I could write, I want to gain 10 pounds of muscle by December 31st, 2021. Much more concise, detailed, and inspiring. I wish I would have knew about this back in college, because I think it really would have helped me make the gains. Even just hearing it, honestly, saying it out loud makes me kind of want to go after it again, but I think I'm fine where I'm at now that I think about it. I did want to leave y'all with one extra bonus tip, and this one goes without saying, but limit your social media usage. I find that when I wake up and I stay away from social media, and even before I go to bed, give myself that time to stay away from all those webs forming. I find that when I stay away from that, I am so much more focused, I have so much more clarity, I have a lot more energy, and I'm just a happier person overall. So give yourself restrictions on when you are allowing yourself to get on social media. And also, I do want to let it be known that I am by no means a master of any of these tips. These are just things that I am aiming for and that I have found more progress in myself after aiming for it. With all of this, I do say, take it with a grain of salt. I do hope that it helps enlighten you, helps you maybe open your mind to different things that you could be doing for yourself. We only have 24 hours in the day. Unfortunately, we can't have more than that. So it's up to us to pay attention to the right things, to prioritize the right things, and to stay focused. And on top of that, to have fun with it, because we don't want to continue doing anything that we're not having fun with. So you might as well make a game out of it. You might as well find joy out of it. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna wrap up this video. I appreciate y'all watching, and I hope y'all found this information helpful. If it did, let me know in the comments. Talk with me, let's start a conversation, or just simply share the video with somebody that you care about. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace. 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 Productivity or productivity? I feel like I sound like a Canadian. Productivity.